Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee Finnegan has long been a symbol of strength and resolve. However, her most recent conflict with Poppy Stone is about more than just family dynamics. It's about learning the truth about Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada, enigmatic parentage. Lee's confrontation with Poppy is expected to be a pivotal point in the developing drama, with questions abounding and feelings running high. Who is Luna's biological father? Since Luna came into the scene, that question has plagued Lee, and now that she has the proof and the will to face Poppy and demand answers, she is prepared to do so. Lee's maternal instincts have always been central to who she is. She understands the value of honesty and openness because she is a mother who has fought valiantly for her family, especially for her son Finn, Tanner Novlin. Lee's interest was sparked when Luna's arrival in Los Angeles revealed a slew of secrets and contradictions. When she saw how much Luna resembled some members of the Forrester and Finnegan families, what had started out as a casual interest swiftly evolved into a quest. The ambiguous relationship between Luna and her evasive and secretive confidant, Poppy, is fueling the flames. Poppy's evasive remarks and refusal to answer direct inquiries only confirm Lee's assumption that she is concealing something significant. Lee, with her knowledge of medicine and keen intuition, isn't the kind to leave such issues unsolved. As Lee gets ready to face Poppy and demand the truth about Luna's origins, the stakes are higher than ever. Poppy has consistently been a wild card, a figure whose allegiances and motives are as hazy as the mysteries she conceals. Although there is no denying her connection to Luna, their relationship's nature has remained unclear. Is Poppy a distant relative, a protective friend, or something else entirely? Everyone concerned, especially Lee, who can see through Poppy's polished veneer to the deceit behind, is alarmed by her unwillingness to share specifics about Luna's history. Poppy has a good reason for being evasive. She is aware of the truth about Luna's father, which has the power to destroy reputations and lives throughout Los Angeles. Poppy's decision to keep this information private is a result of her own complex past, fear of the consequences, and loyalty to Luna. Poppy, however, underestimates Lee's tenacity and resourcefulness since she thinks she can keep sidestepping inquiries indefinitely. Poppy is unaware that Lee has been covertly accumulating proof and is now prepared to press the matter. The tension is evident when Lee eventually confronts Poppy. Despite being in a private area and out of sight, the scene is intensely emotional. Lee presents her case with the accuracy of an experienced investigator, using a calm yet firm approach. Lee makes a strong case that gives Poppy little leeway, using everything from DNA markers to dubious timeframes. For her part, Poppy makes an effort to remain calm. She questions Lee's intentions and implies that she is going too far by avoiding, denying, and even trying to turn the tables on her. However, it is evident from Lee's unwavering resolve and the supporting facts that Poppy cannot prevail in this conflict. Poppy's self-assured exterior gives way to weakness and terror as Lee applies more pressure. Poppy eventually breaks the tension and tells the truth after a heated back and forth. Jack Finnegan, Ted King, is Luna's father. The chamber trembles at the revelation, which also has the potential to spread throughout the larger Bold and the Beautiful environment. Jack, who has long been seen as a reliable and respectable person, is now at the center of a scandal that could destroy his carefully manicured reputation. The disclosure provides fresh insight into Luna's relationship with Poppy and explains why she resembles members of the Finnegan family. It turns out that Poppy, motivated by a complex combination of devotion, shame, and dread of the consequences, has been keeping Luna and Jack's secret for years. In addition to being a burden, the truth about her ancestry forces Luna to make peace with who she is and where she came from. Poppy's confession has immediate and significant repercussions. Lee views the disclosure as a deep betrayal as well as a confirmation of her intuition. Lee is forced to face difficult questions regarding their relationship and the decisions that brought up to this point after learning that Jack fathered a kid outside of their marriage. As Lee considers the ramifications for her family, her response is a mixture of rage, hurt, and resolve. Meanwhile, Jack must deal with the fallout from his deeds. He finds it difficult to defend his choices and accept responsibility for the effects on Luna and the rest of the family, further straining his already tense relationship with Lee. Jack's personal shame and the knowledge that his secret has caused irreversible harm hamper his attempts to make apologies. The discovery of her father marks a sea change for Luna. She has always been confident and self-sufficient, but discovering the truth about her parents makes her rethink who she is and where she fits in the world. As the two women negotiate their common bond with Jack and the intricacies of their entwined lives, Luna and Lee's once antagonistic friendship takes on new dimensions. The Bold and the Beautiful canvas as a whole is impacted by the discovery of Luna's parentage, not just the Finnegan family. Always interested in getting involved in other people's problems, Brooke Logan pays close attention to the consequences because she sees opportunities for leverage in the changing relationships. As Lee's allies, Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes, Krista Allen, are drawn into the drama to help and support her through the turmoil in her life. Even Spencer Publications is affected because Bill Spencer takes advantage of the crisis and utilizes the drama to establish himself in the ongoing struggles for power and influence. Since Bill's intentions and allegiances are still unclear, his involvement adds even more suspense. What follows next for the main characters in this story is the question that arises after the dust settles. For Lee, learning of Jack's adultery and Luna's parentage marks a sea change that compels her to re-evaluate her values and identity. Is this the last straw that brings their marriage to an end, or will she be able to forgive Jack and go on? Luna's quest for self-awareness is only getting started. Now that she knows the truth about her father, she has to choose how to incorporate this knowledge into who she is and her future goals. The discovery also permanently alters Luna's relationship with Poppy, which was formerly a source of stability. It remains to be seen if they can regain mutual trust and proceed together. Poppy's capacity to protect Luna's secret is both her greatest asset and her biggest weakness. She has been Luna's unwavering guardian, but her choice to keep the truth has cost her dearly. Poppy now needs to deal with the consequences of her behavior and figure out how to mend her damaged relationships and credibility. The drama, mystery, and emotional stakes in Lee and Poppy's argument over Luna's parentage are masterful. This plot thread perfectly captures all the elements that make The Bold and the Beautiful a must-watch program, including its nuanced characters, intense tension, and far-reaching effects. Fans can anticipate more surprises, turns, and heart-stopping moments that keep them on the edge of their seats as the truth about Luna's paternity is revealed. Will is the target of Luna's attention. According to Wednesday, January 15, 2205, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna discovers that there are other attractive, wealthy Spencers in the area. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, a new mark for Luna. Luna Nozawa, who should be in prison for killing two men, is shocked at her good fortune in living in luxury. The fact that she is under home arrest and has an ankle bracelet doesn't even bother her. At least the house boasts a large pool, a soothing hot tub, and several large-screen TVs. What more could she possibly desire when Dollar Bill Spencer is looking after her? Luna might desire Will Spencer. She is intrigued when she overhears Will having a private discussion on Wednesday. Luna believes that Will might not be so horrible after all because she enjoys what she sees and hears. Luna is not going to let this chance pass her by, even though she is aware that she must keep quiet or risk being sent back to prison. Unlike R.J. Forrester, she can have a wealthy man her age who would even be a decent bed partner. She must, however, figure out how to escape house imprisonment and move Electra Forrester aside. She would be a wonderful companion to Remy Price. B&B spoilers, there is hope for Brooke Logan. Despite having a daughter named Hope Logan, Brooke Logan now thinks she has a chance to win Ridge Forrester back. Ridge must be returning soon if Steffi Forrester Finnegan can swallow her pride and go back to work at Forrester Creations. He couldn't be bitter forever, can he? Ridge will undoubtedly soften toward a new FC if Steffi does. Given that Ridge will soon move in with Taylor Hayes, does Brooke have unrealistic expectations, or is she mistaken? Why wouldn't that happen again? She has lost Ridge in the past, and he always leaves Taylor before returning to her. To see how these plots unfold, watch brand new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful airing on CBS over the week. Lee Finnegan proceeded to test Luna Nozawa's DNA against Tom Starr's in order to determine her paternity. Lee scowled at them as the kit yielded some results, apparently confirming that Tom wasn't Luna's father. Will Spencer stood at the gate of the Spencer estate, so Bill Spencer hurried Luna to hide. After Luna had disappeared, she overheard Bill and Will talking. Will was concerned because Bill had been working from home a lot lately and found it strange that he was waiting to greet him in the foyer. Bill was prepared to move on even if Will brought up Luna and everything he had to go through when he discovered she wasn't his daughter. At one day, Will noticed Luna's stack of books and asked Bill about it. Bill pretended that the dull classics were relieving his sleeplessness. Eventually, Will acknowledged that he thought Bill had a new girlfriend when he first learned about his extensive absences from work. On Wednesday's B&B episode, Hope Logan, Brooke Logan, and Carter Walton continued their discussion on whether it was wise to allow Steffi Forrester to return at Forrester Creations. Despite her obvious misgivings, Hope maintained that Carter had the final say in the matter. Steffi stayed firm in her resolve to return to Forrester Creations and return the business to her family at the Forrester home. After some time, Carter summoned Steffi to the office, where she waited for his decision regarding her return to Forrester. Steffi asked Carter again whether they had a deal after she reiterated her presentation about being a team player in spite of her problems with the takeover. Steffi was happy when Carter shook her hand and welcomed her back to Forrester Creations. Steffi insisted she wouldn't make him regret this after Carter cautioned her not to, and she emphasized how this was the best course of action for both her and Forrester. Steffi and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, are about to take some bold actions, but their scheme may have some obstacles later on, according to our B&B predictions. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi will continue to pursue her objectives, so tune in for more information on all the startling revelations and cunning schemes that lie ahead. Bill Spencer has never been renowned for his nuanced or traditional problem-solving techniques, and his most recent scheme to guarantee Luna Nozawa leads a normal existence is no different. Bill's extravagant plans, replete with unexpected turns and breathtaking drama, promise to have far-reaching effects on Luna and everyone around her, in typical Bold and the Beautiful fashion. Bill, who takes great satisfaction in using his strength and accuracy to control circumstances, tries to bring Luna's life back to normal, but it soon devolves into something even more absurd and deadly. A complex web of incentives sits at the core of Bill's strategy. His motives appear to be good on the surface. Luna has become a lightning rod for mayhem as a result of her family's instability, unexplained deaths, and unanswered mysteries about her history. Bill believes that he is the only one who can stabilize her turbulent life and put her on a path to order. But anyone familiar with Bill Spencer knows that his generosity is rarely unadulterated. Bill's motives are veiled in self-interest behind the surface of compassion. He cares about Luna's future not only because he knows her personally but also because her outcome could affect his own reputation. Bill's efforts are as much about his reputation as they are about Luna's welfare, whether he is attempting to mend the broken image of his family, exert influence over Luna's supporters and enemies, or just keep control of the story. Bill begins his plan for Luna's normal life with the typical Spencer bluster, extravagant gestures, lofty pledges, and more cash than anyone could possibly need. His initial action? Removing Luna from Los Angeles's poisonous atmosphere. Bill dreams of starting over in a small, charming village, distant from the limelight and the scandals that have dogged her life. But for Luna, the thought of being taken to a tiny village felt more like banishment than a solution. Bill then aims to change Luna's public perception. He employs a group of public relations experts to create a story that presents her as a bright, talented young lady who triumphed over hardship. He encourages Luna to engage in well-planned picture shoots, attend prestigious events, and take on charitable duties in order to accomplish this. It's obvious that Bill is more concerned with regulating how people view her than allowing her to forge her own path, even if he presents these initiatives as chances for Luna to repair her reputation. The most absurd part of Bill's plan is perhaps his fixation on setting up Luna's private life. Bill sets out to create a picture-perfect romance for her, one that will convey stability and respectability, in an effort to dispel any remaining questions about her character. He even goes so far as to find Luna a compatible companion, someone he thinks would improve her social status and shield her from scandal in the future. The issue? Bill's matchmaking experiment is not something Luna is interested in participating in, and the selected suitor has their own hidden agenda. Bill's idea is stifling and offensive to Luna. Being treated like a project bothers Luna, a fiercely independent woman who has spent a large portion of her life overcoming obstacles on her own. She is well aware that her personal goals and aspirations do not coincide with Bill's idea of a normal life. Luna sees her opposition as a crucial declaration of her independence, whereas Bill sees it as stubbornness. As Luna becomes more aware of Bill's degree of manipulation, her annoyance with his scheme increases. Bill's attempts to restrict who she spends time with and where she lives make her feel helpless and confined. Even while she is appreciative of his help, Luna starts to wonder if Bill really has her best interests in mind or if his scheme is just another ploy for him to dominate her life. It becomes evident that Bill's efforts are fraught with difficulties as his plan comes to fruition. To begin with, Luna's move to a tiny village doesn't have the intended impact. Rather from providing a new beginning, it distances her from her support system and makes her feel even more alone. Her sensation of displacement is exacerbated by the sharp contrast between the bustle and intensity of her former life and the peaceful, dreamlike environment that Bill had in mind. Bill's efforts to change Luna's public persona likewise fail miserably. Luna feels inauthentic and resentful because of his harsh PR style, which distances her from the same people he is attempting to win over, and his insistence on fabricating a story that doesn't reflect who she really is. The meticulously planned activities and photo opportunities only serve to emphasize how different Luna's reality is from the persona Bill wishes to present. But Bill's interference in Luna's private life is the most damaging part of his scheme. In addition to failing to establish a sincere relationship, his matchmaking attempts result in a string of miscommunications and disputes. He selects a suitor for Luna, but it turns out that he has ulterior motives and is using the relationship to obtain access to Bill's resources and power. When Luna learns the truth, she is incensed with Bill for placing her in such a precarious situation as well as at the suitor. Bill's strategy has both private and public repercussions. The event serves as a wake-up call for Luna. She comes to the realization that she must take charge of her life, even if it means standing up to someone as strong as Bill Spencer, because she cannot rely on other people to choose her future. Luna starts to forge her own route with newfound tenacity, embracing her uniqueness and rejecting the standards that others have placed on her. The fact that his plan didn't work out humbles Bill. He must face the fact that his method isn't always successful or appreciated after growing accustomed to achieving his goals by pure willpower. Even the best of intentions can have unexpected effects, as demonstrated by the chasm that grows between him and Luna. Bill is still determined to help Luna, but he starts to question whether his actions are more detrimental than beneficial. Bill and Luna are left to consider the lessons they have learned in the wake of their unsuccessful plot. For Luna, the event emphasizes how crucial it is to be loyal to herself and stand up for her own demands. She understands that although other people's support can be helpful, she must ultimately determine what her own definition of a normal life is. Bill views the experience as a reminder of the boundaries of his authority and the significance of honoring the autonomy of others. Despite his sincere wish to shield and encourage Luna, his actions have alienated the same person he was attempting to assist. In the future, Bill will have to learn to strike a balance between his protective instincts and his readiness to back off and allow Luna make her own decisions. A perfect illustration of the epic drama that makes The Bold and the Beautiful a beloved series is Bill Spencer's absurd scheme for Luna's normal life. The plot provides an engaging examination of subjects like control, autonomy, and the intricacies of familial relationships with its blend of high stakes, emotional tension, and surprising turns. Viewers can anticipate more drama, intrigue, and memorable moments that will have them coming back for more as Luna and Bill deal with the aftermath from their altercation. Steffi's victory, the debate between Brooke and Hope, and Luna's scrambling. This is the ultimate summary of Wednesday, January 15, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi Forrester Finnegan is hired by Forrester Creations in today's episode. Highlights of The Bold and the Beautiful recap. Hope Logan and Brooke Logan disagree. In addition, Luna Nozawa panics when Will Spencer arrives. Check out our B&B spoilers for next week here. Highlights of The Bold and the Beautiful recap. Forrester Creations debate on Wednesday, January 15. Brooke, Hope, and Carter Walton argue about whether or not to allow Steffi to return at Forrester Creations. Brooke supports it and claims that it will improve the image. Brooke is reminded by Hope that they cannot rely on Steffi. Since he was the one who offered Steffi a job, Carter is unsure if he can turn her down. They can still say no, according to Hope. Brooke is aware of Steffi's capacity for deceit and manipulation. Additionally, Brooke questions Steffi's reliability. But Brooke believes they ought to give Steffi a chance. Hope questions whether Brooke is genuinely attempting to get Ridge Forrester back. To give Steffi a chance, Brooke repeats. Carter calls Steffi and invites her to stop by. Read more, discover what transpired on B&B yesterday. B&B recap, the confidence of Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Steffi remains at the residence of Eric Forrester. Forrester Creations is where Steffi is confident she will find employment. Ridge Forrester is informed by Steffi that although they may not fully trust her, they will not fail, not in this manner. Steffi intends to regain authority over Forrester Creations. When Steffi receives the call, Ridge and Eric encourage her to act wisely. Steffi is adamant about keeping Forrester Creations. Ridge and Eric have faith in Steffi's ability to succeed. Carter returns to FC and inquires about Hope's thoughts. Hope says it's up to Carter to decide whether or not to allow Steffi to return. Carter says he's sorry for hurting the family as Steffi comes trotting in. Steffi is reminded by Carter that she also snapped at Hope and Brooke. Carter is not capable of managing such a business. Steffi knows who is in charge. Steffi and Carter reach an agreement. Steffi smiles at Hope and Brooke after adamantly stating that she is only there to assist. Read more, Sheila Carter and Steffi Forrester join forces on The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Highlights of The Bold and the Beautiful recap, Will Spencer's unexpected arrival. According to The Bold and the Beautiful recap, Luna is growing bored at Bill Spencer's residence. Luna gripes about classic novels' cliched conclusions. Bill enters and tells Luna to hide because Will Spencer has just arrived. Will enters and Luna fumbles. Liam Spencer has been working from home a lot lately, Will informs Bill. All the books are visible to Will. Bill says that in order to fall asleep, he needs to read a little. Will brings up Luna. Luna is in the past, according to Bill, who no longer wishes to discuss her. Bill is asked by Will how he would respond if Luna were actually his daughter. Bill prefers to focus on the future rather than the past. Will acknowledges that because Bill was working from home, he believed he had made a new lady friend. Bill merely grinned.